So I had talked to Austin on the phone like a couple times before that, but we still haven't had like a legit session. And this was gonna be like my first ever live session with another producer putting together a beat. And so like we hopped in, I was a little bit nervous, but it was a super easy experience. And like the way the instrumental came together, it came together just like so fast and so easy.
We've been riding through the city, the only ones I trust as of late in the car riding with me, yo. Money moves like I'm Diddy. Those who gave up on the kid nowadays who I pity, huh?
So the first sound that we started off the session with was this intro sample. So let me play that for you guys. So I knew right away, I kept it like in the same tempo. The only thing I did with it was I added this tape stop effect. So I just wanted Ableton, clip, and then just went straight to the transpose. So the next sound that I found that I wanted to use was this other piano loop from Splice. So here's what that sounds like. So once I had that, I knew that I just wanted to get straight to drums. I didn't have any other melodic elements I wanted, and Rowdy had a good response to it right when I pulled it up. So I just wanted to keep things going and get the drums down so he could just start writing his verse. So the next thing that I added was this drum break that I chopped up. So after I added that, I knew I wanted to layer my own drums on top of it. So I added this kick and snare pattern. I also, on the drum break, I side chained the kick and the snare of my drums to the break, just so that they would cut through and there wouldn't be any phase issues. So here's what that sounds like now, those drums together. So I wanted one more element of drums to add to this, so I added this closed hat. And here's what those sound like together. So after that, the only other things that I added was this vinyl that comes in once the actual drums kick in. And then I also added this crash right when it transitions. After we recorded the vocals, I just thought like maybe we should add a bass to it. So this is the bass line that we added. And that pretty much just repeats. There's not really any variations. It was just to add a little bit of bottom to the song. And when I sent it to Rowdy and his brother, they both liked it, so we kept it in there. And so now, this is what everything sounds like with the bass and all. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's one other thing. So this is a common technique. Any producers watching this, they've all done this before. Basically, I just took that same piano loop from the intro and just pitched it down. pretty much knew right when I did that that would end up being like a verse or just some other part of that section. So I played that for Rowdy, and that's just what ended up being the verse for this. Okay, so after we laid down that first section, I found this brass loop from Splice, and it was in the same exact key as the piano loop. So I'll play that for you guys, but this transitioned just nicely. Another vocal sound from Splice, and this is what that sounded like. So those together sounded like this. This is what really set off the B section. So once we had that, beat was still in the same tempo. I still wanted a boom bap feel to it. Pretty simple, copied the kick from the first half of the Money Moves beat. And then I wanted to change the snare, that was pretty much it, and then add an open hat. So that was pretty much it drum-wise in the second half. I didn't have that drum break in there from the first half. So here's what those drums sounded like on the B section of it. And I told Rowdy basically don't worry too much about this section because it's the exact same tempo, it's a similar pocket. So I just told him keep going, like keep writing, because it's gonna sound good over this part, even though you're writing it to the first half of the beat, like it's gonna fit naturally because it's the same tempo and a very similar drum pattern. So after that, I kept building it. And so I took those same vocals that I played you earlier, these ones, and I put an Ableton auto pan and auto filter on it and made this part right here. And then after that, I took the same brass sample and I started making some stacks. So I pitched this one up higher. And then I also did a lower one. So after that, the only other thing that I ended up adding, just like the first half of the beat, right after we finished recording the song, I decided to put the bass on the second half as well. So this is what it sounds like now. So yeah, that was Money Moves.
Normally I keep it nice, but today I gotta say it. Everybody want a slice, well okay, you better bake it. Work it is a price, but no way they gonna pay it. They all want a peace of mind, yeah, the energy, I hate it.
The night before, I'd actually written that hook to like the same exact tempo and almost like a really similar vibe. So I already had the hook, I showed it to him, and he fucked with it heavy. So like from there, it was history.
Everybody watching, hoping that I lose so that they can get to talking. I don't take no L's, go and find a better option. Hard the way out to my pennies and the dimes looking like Stockton, yo. Up the ladder I climb, working non-stop, knowing it's a matter of time. When I really feel the grind, I think matter of mine. I'm raising stakes so I can put them on a platter and dime. Because my team always riding with me, riding through the city, windows down with the speakers playing Diddy, ho. If you're not with us, then you pitied. Speaking about the crew right now, so when we up, don't you hit me like my team always riding with me, riding through the city, windows down with the speakers playing Diddy, ho. If you're not with us, then you pitied. Speaking about the crew right now, so when we up, don't you hit me.